Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Jennifer Marievo, where I teach you different ways that you can make money online working from home. If you're one of my subscribers, you'll know that in the past few tutorials I've released, I've been talking about my experience selling digital downloads or printables on Etsy. I have tutorials on how to create printables using Canva and Microsoft Word, and I have made over $11,000 selling printables on Etsy since 2016. And I haven't made any changes to these printables since I released them back in 2016. So this is just a stream of recurring passive income where I don't have to do anything and I still make money almost every day from these printables. If you go to the links in the description below, you'll be able to see my other tutorials on Etsy. So this tutorial is one that a lot of you have been waiting for. I'm going to teach you how to set up and start your own Etsy shop step by step. If you go to the link in the description below, you'll be able to open up an Etsy shop and get your first 40 listings for free. Normally it costs 20 cents to list an item on Etsy, and that listing stays up for 4 months. But if you start your own shop using the link provided, you'll be able to get your first 40 listings free. Now, if you have already signed up with Etsy, it's okay. You can use a different email and create another shop because you are allowed to have more than one shop on Etsy, but you have to create a new account with Etsy and have a new shop under a different email. So in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to sign up to Etsy, how to open up a shop, name your shop, set your shop preferences, your shop location, and how to add your first listing. So that includes listing photos, the price, the categories, tags, the description, and all of that stuff. I'll also teach you how to set up billing. You will need to have a credit card in order to start your own Etsy shop, but you won't get billed for anything because you're going to have your first 40 listings for free. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. In the next few weeks, I'll be releasing even more tutorials on Etsy, how to create your own listing photos that look beautiful so you don't have to manually take professional pictures of each item that you're selling. And I'll also create another tutorial showing you how to make your shop look more professional by adding a description, a banner image, and organizing your shop so it looks really professional. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is go to the link in the description below, and here you can open up your first Etsy shop and list your first 40 items for free. Now, if you have already gone through the setup process, you can do this again with another email because on Etsy you are allowed to have multiple accounts and to have multiple shops. So once you click on the link, click Open a Shop Today. And now you're going to sign in to continue. So sign in or register with your email address, or you can continue with Google, Facebook, or Apple. So again, it has to be a new email address if you want to get the 40 listings for free. And you're going to put in your name, and then you're going to make a password. Click Register. Okay, so step 1, we're going to set our shop preferences. So it says, let's get started. Tell us about you and your shop. So you're going to put in your shop language. The default language you'll use to describe your items. Choose carefully. You cannot change this once you save it, but you may add other languages later. So I recommend just keeping it as English. Then you can put in your shop country. Where is your shop based? I'm going to put Canada. It says, are you sure using a shop currency that's different from your bank's currency may result in currency conversion fees? I'm just going to keep it as Canada because I do have a Canadian bank. I'm just going to put in my country, Canada, and the Canadian dollar. And that way I don't have to pay any currency conversion fees when I get paid. Which of these best describes you? Selling is my full-time job. I sell part-time, but hope to sell full-time. I sell part-time, and that's how I like it. I'm going to put that. You can choose, whatever you want. It won't affect the opening of your shop. Then click Save and Continue. Now you get to name your shop. Choose a memorable name that reflects your style. So you can go ahead and put any shop name you want. So I'm just going to put Jennifer Marievo. Click Check Available. I'm going to just keep it like this because I'm doing this for the video. If you're trying to sell designs, you might want, Mary Designs, for example. Check availability. Now, this would be not available, but then you can click here and they have some ideas for you as well. I'm just going to put Jennifer Marievo for this one, for this tutorial, and then click Save and Continue. Now it's time to stock your shop. Add as many listings as you can. 10 or more would be a great start. More listings means more chances to be discovered. So we're going to click on Add a Listing. We first have photos. Add as many as you can so buyers can see every detail. Use up to 10 photos to show your item's most important qualities. So if you are selling a physical item, for example, a pair of earrings or something that you've made yourself, a handmade item, then you would take pictures of this item and upload these photos. But it's a little bit different when you're selling a digital download. You don't want to add the PNG file of the digital printable exactly as it is because, first of all, you don't want someone to be able to just save the image and not purchase your printable. You want to upload an image that's sort of like a mock-up of what it would look like. For example, if I'm selling a wall art, I want to upload an image that will show what the art will look like on the wall. Now, in a tutorial that I will release later this week, I'm going to show you how to create photos for your listings by using free mock-ups that you can find online without having to print off your images and frame them and take beautiful pictures. So what you're going to do is click Add a Photo, and I'm going to choose this photo here, this mock-up that I've made. So in this example, I'm going to be selling a poster that I designed. So you can see here at the top it says primary. This will be the primary photo. You can click crop here if you want to control how the full-size photo appears on the public listing page. I'm just going to keep it as it is. And then down here, you can adjust the thumbnail. So this is fine-tune the thumbnail for your listing. It's what shoppers will see first in the search. So let's say someone is looking for wall art, printable wall art. This is exactly what they would see as the primary image. Now I might want to zoom this up a little bit so they can see exactly what is going to be on the poster. So maybe something like that, for example, because you want them to be able to read the entire poster. And then press save. Okay, and then you can add a secondary photo. You can add up to 10 photos. So let's add another photo. Now you can see here it says listings look best with photos at least 2,000 pixels wide. And this one wasn't at least 2,000 pixels wide, but I'm still going to leave it as it is and include this photo as well. I'm going to link you in the description below to the requirements and best practices for images in your Etsy shops. And if you scroll down here under listing images, they say the recommended size for listing images is 2,000 pixels for the shortest side of the image. So you're going to try to want to make it, at least 2,000 pixels. So once you've added your photos and you've selected your primary photo, you can go ahead and add a video if you want. I haven't actually made use of this feature. This is a new feature. You can bring your product to life with a 5 to 10 second video. It could help you drive more sales. The video won't feature sound, so let your product do the talking. Now, I haven't made use of this. In the future, I will make a tutorial on how to use this as well because I'm interested to see if this could help me make more sales. But now I'm going to get on to the listing details here. So first of all, we're going to put in a title. It says include keywords that buyers would use to search for your item. So for example, plenty of fish in the sea, wall art poster. So what I recommend you do is go to Etsy and search for the different keywords. So if you're selling wall art, type in wall art. For example, wall art poster, printable, for example, and get an idea of the kinds of keywords that you'd want to include here. For example, this person here, safari nursery print, set of 6 prints, nursery decor, nursery wall art, baby animal prints for nursery. They put all these different keywords that they're hoping people will type in to be able to find, this item here. And you have to enter a title between 1 and 140 characters long. So I'll just make it like that. About this listing, who made it? You're going to say I did if you made the item. What is it? It is a finished product, or is it a supply or tool to make things? In this case, it's a finished product. When did you make it? So if you are doing a custom item, you could say made to order. If it's a vintage item, or recently. So recently, this has just been made now, so we'll put 2020, 2021. Category, type a 2 or 3 word description of your item to get category suggestions that will help more shoppers find it. Digital prints, put that. So you can type whatever category you want. For example, if it was going to be nursery, nursery in digital prints, nursery in wall decor, and you could choose whichever description you want. I'm going to put digital prints. Then you can choose the primary color, choose a secondary color, and this is optional as well. You don't have to choose a color. The subject, select up to 3. So I'm going to say abstract and geometric. I have one too many selected, so just choose 3 different subjects. All of these are optional, but I recommend filling these out because the more tags you have and the more information, it will be easier for customers to find your item. Room, adding accurate rooms will be helpful for buyers to find your items. So this one, let's say you can select up to 5, let's say a dorm, a bedroom, home style, and then you select the orientation. This is vertical, framed or unframed, height. So for this one, I did 5 by 7, and then you could say that you offer more than 1 variations. If it's a holiday, you can go ahead and put the holiday. If there's a special occasion, let's say divorce and breakup. And then you have your renewal options. So to list an item costs 20 cents unless you're using the 40 free listings that you can have if you sign up under the link I provided. And you can set an automatic renewal option. So after 4 months or until the listing sells out, the listing will renew as it expires for 20 cents each time. Or you can set it as manual, which means you will renew the expired listings yourself. I'm going to choose automatic. And then under the item type, you can choose either physical, which is a tangible item that you will ship to buyers, or in this case, digital, a digital file that buyers will download. Okay, now here we're going to set a description or write a description. Start with a brief overview that describes your item's finest features. Shoppers will only see the first few lines of your description at first, so make it count. Not sure what else to say? Shoppers also like hearing about your process and the story behind the item. So here you have a chance to write all the whole description of what exactly the item is that you're selling. Okay, so here I have already prepared a description that I'm going to use for this item. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that here. Okay, so you can see I wrote, there are plenty of fish in the sea, keep swimming. Get this high quality instant download printable wall art that makes a great gift for your recently single friend, family member, or yourself. This digital art print will look great in your locker, office, dorm room, bedroom, bathroom, or wherever you want a reminder that there are plenty of fish in the sea. This is a high-resolution digital file for instant download in the color shown. You will not receive a printed poster. You can print this file from your home computer or email the file / bring the file to a local printing shop. The prints will be available to download automatically after your payment is processed. You will receive the following high-quality digital printable files. 1, 5 by 7 print in PNG format. 5 by 7 print in PDF print. Important, this purchase is for personal use only. You cannot alter or create new works of art from the artwork. This artwork cannot be redistributed or resold in any format. You cannot use the artwork for commercial use. We don't accept cancellations or refunds due to the nature of the product being a digital download. However, if you have any questions or concerns, please send us a message. Okay, so that is my listing. At the beginning, I'm saying what the listing is, giving some ideas of where the person can put the item when they print it off. And then I'm making sure they realize what they're going to be receiving, which is a printable file. And also, this is really important here to make a note that this is for personal use only. You don't want someone downloading your file and then, re-uploading it to sell on Etsy. Just make it very clear that this is only for personal use. I also like to put in that there's no cancellations or refunds, because when someone purchases a digital download, if they're asking for a refund, they already have the item. So, I've had people ask for refunds before on my digital downloads, and, you don't have to give them a refund back if they've purchased it because they already have the item. But perhaps they want a different size or they ordered the wrong one, and then it's up to you if you want to, give them a refund or not. Okay, production partners. A production partner is anyone who's not a part of your Etsy shop who helps you physically produce your items. I'm not going to add a production partner because I've created this myself. Here, section, optional. Group related listings into sections to help shoppers browse. Example, bracelets, Father's Day gifts, yarn. So we can click add your first section. Now, this would be if you're creating a large shop with lots of listings and you want there to be little categories. Let's put wall art as one of my categories. Tags, optional. What words might someone use to search for your listings? Use all 13 tags to get found. So this is optional, but 100% recommended. Put all 13 tags. You can click get ideas for tags. Who's it for? What's the main color? What size is it? So I'm going to put wall art and then just press enter once you type it in. Printable art. You can go ahead and research an item that's similar to your item and try to use similar tags that person is using. We can also put in materials. And now we have price. Okay, the price must be between 26 cents and $65,000. Remember to factor in the cost of materials, labor, and other business expenses. You want it to be over 20 cents for sure because it costs you 20 cents to list the item. I'm going to list this at $150, for example. This could depend. If you're a popular shop, you can increase your prices because you have all those reviews. But when you're starting out, you don't want your price to be too much. Quantity. For quantities greater than 1, this listing will renew automatically until it sells out. You'll be charged 20 cents USD listing fee each time. So you can go ahead and put how many there are. It's a digital item, so you could put 100. Here they have personalization. It says collect personalized information for this listing. So if you are creating a personalized listing, you would want to turn this on. It says enter the personalization instructions you want buyers to see. For example, enter the name you want on the necklace. So let's say, for example, you're creating a wall art with a letter. What letter be included on the wall art? And then the person can go ahead and fill that in. And you can make this optional for them as well. I'm just going to turn this off because this isn't a personalization option. Okay, and now we have digital files. Buyers can download these files as soon as they complete their purchase. You can send a customized note to buyers of digital items after the item is downloaded. So we're going to go ahead, click Upload File. Okay, so I've just uploaded both of these files. So here you can see the different files have been included. You can order them if you wanted to have, the PDF on top or whichever file you want first. And these are the two files that the customer will receive when they buy your download. So before we press save and continue, we can press preview. Okay, and now it's saying inventory. Okay, this is a strange little error that's popping up saying fill out all the required fields correctly in order to preview. And they're saying the problem's with inventory, but it shouldn't be because you can see here, I filled this out correctly. So it's not letting me preview the listing. This is a bug that apparently occurs often and also won't let me save it. So I'm going to go ahead to the top, go over to Shop Manager and right click, open in new tab, and that will get you back to the Stock Your Shop section. So you're going to have to click again, add a listing, and fill this information out again. You don't have to fill it out completely just in case, you get the glitch again. But I'm going to quickly fill this out like I did before. Okay, now we're going to press preview. I've redone this again. Great, this time it worked. Okay, so it's a little frustrating, but you can just try it again and make sure to save your original listing. If you want, don't fill out the original listing completely because we can make edits later. So here we have a preview of my listing. Plenty of fish in the sea wall art poster, you can see. And then if someone clicks next, they can see more examples, and you can do up to 10 different photos. Here you can see the user will see this at the beginning, and then they can click learn more about the item to see more information. And now, well, you can choose continue editing if you want to make any more edits, or save and continue. Okay, and now you can add more listings in your shop as well. So to add a second listing, just click add a listing. I just want to keep one listing for now. So I'm going to press save and continue. And now it says, hi, your account is unconfirmed. So confirm your email for access to all things Etsy. So go ahead to your email and confirm your Etsy account. Okay, and now they say how you'll get paid. Etsy Payments gives buyers the most payment options and gives you sellers protection. So it says, for tax purposes, what type of seller are you? I'm going to click the first one, individual. Now tell us a bit about yourself. So you're going to put in your country of residence. Then you can put in your first and last name, your date of birth, and then your home address. And then where your bank is located. Put in your phone number as well. It says, where is your bank located? Great, your deposit will be in Canadian dollars. Once saved, your bank account country can't be changed, okay? Then it says you will need to provide a valid credit card to complete Etsy Payments sign up. And once you've filled out all that information, press save and continue. And then here they say set up billing. Let us know how you'd like to pay your Etsy bill. So you're going to add in a credit card, and you have to add your credit card in order to open your shop, even though you have the 40 free listings. So we're going to go ahead, fill out all this information here, and then press open your shop at the end. Okay, and once all that information went through, you can see here that I have my Etsy shop opened. And you can see here that this is my Etsy shop right here. So now what I would like to do is put a photo here and a banner image. And then little by little, I can start filling my shop with more listings. So if you clicked on this listing here, you'll see this is the listing that we just created. And then from here, what I would do to start promoting my items is to pin something like this, this image right here on Pinterest and share it on social media and try to drive more traffic to my listings by sharing it on social media and on different platforms like Pinterest and Facebook. So when you go to your shop, you can click here on Edit Shop and make any sort of edits. You can edit your location, add a shop title, add a banner, and a featured area. I'm going to show you how to do all of this in one of my next tutorials because this is becoming a very long video. But I want to go back to Shop Manager, and here you can see your stats. So you can see how many views you've had or visits you've had since you've started your shop. And then at the side, click Listings, and this will show you all of the active listings that you have. At the top here, you can see you have 39 free listings. If you've clicked on the link in the description below to open up your Etsy shop, you will have all of these different listings free. So this is great to make use of them to really start creating lots of listings for your shop, because the more items you have in this shop, the more chances are that people will find your shop. If you want to make any edits to your listings, just click on the listing here. Again, we are under the listings category, and then you can go editing options, edit titles, edit tags, edit descriptions, edit prices, and you can make, any of these edits you want here. You can also click on the gear icon here and go to view on Etsy, view stats, edit and do any of these as well. Share, I'm going to click view on Etsy. And then this right here is showing you your listing on Etsy, and you can go ahead and click on stats and see the stats for this listing, how many visits, how many orders. Again, you can click edit, make any edits you want, adding more photos or whatever it is that you would like. Okay? So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to set up your own Etsy shop. In my next few tutorials, I will be showing you how to create photos like this that are really visually appealing so that you can create really nice image listings, and I'll show you where you can find beautiful photos like this so you don't have to go ahead and print off your own printable and take a picture of it. You can just use mock-up photos that are royalty-free found on the internet. And I'll also show you how we're going to edit the banner of our shop and make it look more professional for people who find our shop. If you like this video, please click like. It really does help me out. If you have any questions or comments about Etsy or selling on Etsy, make sure to leave a comment in the description below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. Make sure to go to the description below to see more tutorials on how to use Etsy, and stay tuned for my next tutorial. Thanks for watching, everyone.